Hi there, my name is Marissa and I'm the assistant manager at Unison's Elder Abuse Shelter. We serve individuals who are 55 and older and who are escaping abuse in Calgary or surrounding areas, even individuals from other provinces. We currently have 14 beds and we support individuals to thrive within the shelter setting, and then once they've transitioned out of the shelter, we continue to support them with outreach services. So today I'd like to explain a few different types of elder abuse. There's oftentimes people don't necessarily understand that they are experiencing abuse until they hear an example that they can relate to. So I'd really like to share what abuse can look like and the different forms that it can come in. So one of the types of abuse that we see quite commonly in our shelter is financial abuse, and that can take many forms. One of the instances that we can see sometimes is that an individual might be forcing you to sign over ownership of your home to them. They might be stealing money physically from you. They might be forcing you to withdraw money from your bank account, forcing you to add their name as a co-owner onto your bank account. Sometimes it can look like verbal abuse too. They can go hand in hand, experiencing threatening comments. If you don't give me money, I will take this away from you, or I will hurt you in this way. So there's a lot of different ways that financial abuse can take place. The next form that we see quite often, and I think goes hand in hand with really any of the other types of abuse, it's kind of always underlying, is that emotional abuse, or verbal, psychological abuse is sometimes what we call it too. So that can be things like threats, intimidation, name calling, belittling you, making you feel less than, or just inflicting pain or distress through language. So even if somebody is not physically harming you, not actually physically stealing your money, those verbal abuse, emotional abuse can really cause a lot of harm in the long run. Another form of abuse that we see is physical abuse. And so physical abuse can be kicking, it can be slapping, punching, pushing, holding an object over your head in a threatening nature. Those types of things are physical abuse, and that's usually quite obvious that abuse is occurring when there is physical abuse, but there can be other forms that coincide with that. So another form of abuse that we see is neglect. So if you rely on a caregiver, a family member, or somebody else to care for you, to meet your basic needs like shelter, like food, clothing, all of those things, if you're not being provided with those basic needs and essentials, that can be considered neglect. If someone isn't granting you access to the kitchen, for example, or not allowing you to leave your home, if somebody is withholding medication from you, those kinds of things can be considered neglect. And then the last form of abuse that we see is sexual abuse. And so sexual abuse is any form of physical contact that you aren't comfortable with. This can be physical in nature, where someone is touching you or violating you in some way without your consent. And then it can also be verbal comments as well, so inappropriate comments of a sexual nature that make you feel unsafe within your home or within other spaces that you occupy. So if you or someone you know is experiencing elder abuse, even if you have suspicions and you're not quite sure where to turn or what to do, you can always reach us at unisonalberta.com/elderabuse, and you can also call our elder abuse resource line at 403-705-3250. And this is also how you can access our shelter services. So if you are unsafe in your home and you feel that you need to escape, please give us a call and we will do what we can to support you.